In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to locate and sign up for lab time in our 2 computer labs. So let's start by navigating to the Benton Elementary School website. Once you're there, you want to go and select links and then scroll down to teacher links. Once you've found the teacher links and teacher links that page is loaded, then you want to look for schedule a lab time and click on that link. We're using a new online scheduler called Booked. You'll know you're at the right page if you see the word Booked in the upper left-hand corner. We're going to use our Novell username and password to log into this program. Remember, your Novell username and password is the username and password that you use to log onto your computer. So I'm going to log in. Once I have my username and password typed in, then I'm going to click Log In. With a correct username and password, the URL should load and you're going to see the main dashboard page of this site. This dashboard page will show you any announcements, also any upcoming reservations that you have completed in the Booked scheduler. Notice across the top we see 4 tabs. The first one is the dashboard, and that just takes us back to the dashboard. So if you click on that, you're just going to see the announcements and the upcoming reservations. Then you're going to see a tab called My Account, and there's 4 different drop-down pages that you can load from My Account. We're not going to really concern ourselves with those today because those are not tabs that we're going to talk about in this tutorial. Just remember that you never want to change your password for this account because this program is tied into our Novell username and password system in our county. So we want to leave the password as our Novell password. What we're going to talk about today is under the Schedule tab, and it's called Bookings. So let's go ahead and navigate to the Schedule tab and click on Bookings. Once we have a successful click, you're going to see the BES Resources Online Scheduler page. This is where you can schedule the Mac Lab and the PC Lab online. Let's talk about our colored boxes at the top. Notice that the medium blue color says reserved. That means when you look at the calendar, you'll see that once you see boxes that are in this color, then those scheduled times have already been selected by a teacher. Remember, as a courtesy to other teachers, we don't want to double book on these boxes that have already been filled in by other teachers. Okay, so let's look at how to reserve a lab time. Notice as I move my cursor over the various boxes, some of these boxes turn green. The boxes that turn green are the time slots that are available for this particular lab on this particular day. So let's make a single reservation schedule. So I'm going to go down and I'm just going to pick a Saturday, and I'm going to pick a time slot. 9:05 is a good time slot. So I want to reserve the lab for 9:05 on Saturday, 8:23, and I want to select the Mac Lab for my destination. So I pick my time slot, I do a single left click, and my page updates and moves over to a new window that says Create a New Reservation. I'm only concerned for the time being with information that's on my left-hand side. Notice I have the teacher's name, I see the lab, I see my beginning time, my ending time, my reservation length, and here's my repeats. If I'm making a single reservation time slot for one particular time on one particular day, I need my repeat box to say does not repeat. I always want to check my time slots and my dates, and then I want to give a title to my reservation. Okay, once I have my title of my reservation in, I just move up here and I click Create. It adds me to that online scheduler. I see a reservation number and I click close. And if I go back, once I click close, go back, I'm going to look for 8:23 at 9:05 to see if I'm scheduled for that lab time. So that was 8:23 at 9:05, and there's my reservation. Okay, so that's how we do a single reservation. Now let's do a repeat reservation. So I'm just going to move over one, and I'm going to go a couple of time slots over to 11:25, and this is going to be a repeat reservation. I click once again, check my name, check my lab, check my beginning and ending dates, but I know this is not the date I want to end on because I want to have this time slot every week on the same day. So I want to go over here to my repeat and change my drop down to weekly, and that's on a Saturday. I want this time slot every Saturday until, and if I click in my box, I'm going to see my calendar, and I'm just going to select September 30th, okay? So here's my information. I have my name, my lab, my begin time, my times. I went to a weekly time. I want to change, make sure I have the Saturday. I changed my until time, and now I'm ready to create. Gave me a reference number. I'm going to go back and let's double check our calendar. Okay, so here was my time. So I want to check the other weeks and see if they were added successfully too. So I'm just going to go down here to where I see my week dates, and I'm going to move forward. I'm looking for a Saturday time at 11:25, and I did that all the way until the end of September, and you'll see it's at 9/6, a couple more, 9/13. So now I have a successful, what we call a repeat reservation. Okay, but suppose that I made a mistake. I don't want this time slot. So let me show you how to delete. So again, you go to where you have your initial reservation and you click, that's a left click, and it takes you back to editing a reservation. Well, I just want to completely delete this reservation time. So I go down and I click delete, and notice that I can do only this instance, all instances, future instances, or I can cancel. But I know I want to delete all of the instances that I set up. So I'm going to click all instances. My reservation is removed. And if I click close and I go back to the calendar, I no longer see that time on 11/25. And if I go all the way back to the current week, and scroll down, notice that that time period is gone. And remember, that was an 11/25 time period. So if I want to go ahead and just delete this single reservation time, I can click on it too. I can go down and I can just click delete, and that will delete my reservation. Okay, so in this tutorial I have showed you where to go on the Benton Elementary page and find the link to our online reservation calendar. I have assisted you in how to log in using your Novell username and password, talked about the tabs on the reservation calendar, showed you how to do a single reservation, a repeat reservation, and how to delete a reservation. If you have any other questions, always just stop by the Media Center and I'll be glad to help you.